The information, comments, and recommendations contained herein are not within the scope of investment consultancy. Investment advisory service is provided within the framework of the investment advisory service to be signed between the customer and beekeeping institutions, per education companies, non-deposit accepting banks. My comments on this channel are only my personal comments. These comments belong to you. Your financial situation and risk return may not be appropriate. Therefore, no investment should be made based on the information and comments on my channel.
Good evening to everyone. There are sharp sales in the stock market. There are uncertainties in the markets. There is a search for balance. But the minds are quite confused, and we will summarize the day for you on October 3rd, 1820. Borsa Istanbul 100 Index is at the level of 8,897 points. It closed 1.28% depreciation. As I have stated in my other videos, if the index sags below the 99,000 point level, I had a prediction that the declines could continue up to the 8,700 point level. Again, this prediction is valid. Unfortunately, the declines continue rapidly, especially in the last two when it comes to making a choice on the stock market side. I have been warnings for a week. My awareness about the stock market or agricultural commodities has been going on for the last 2 weeks. I think the preparations for 2025 should be done in the last city of the year. The answer to the question of whether agricultural commodities make a lot of money can be given again as agricultural commodities. Why? First of all, geopolitical tensions. These will cause serious problems, especially on the supply and demand side, especially on the agricultural side. Secondly, global warming, drought. As it is known, 218 of the 300 streams and lakes have dried up. It is not on the agenda. In fact, drought does not have as much agenda as war, but the biggest scourge of the world is drought and climate change. Therefore, this is not talked about at all. It will be a development that will seriously break the back of agricultural commodities in the world, and it will be a development that will seriously increase the prices of agricultural commodities, and agricultural commodities will increase in the world in 2025. It will be the most talked about commodity. The dollar exchange rate is at the level of 34 and 16 kurush. It decreased compared to yesterday and rose to the level of 3,422. I personally do not expect the decline in the dollar TL exchange rate to be permanent. It continues to remain above the 34 lira level, and since our expectation for the end of the year is positive, the upward trend on the dollar side movements may continue in the euro-dollar parity. As you know, what I said for this week, it may retreat to the 1.050 support level on Monday. It is currently at the 1.0166 level. So, there is a 1.0950 support level below. There is probably a possibility of a retreat to the 1.0950 level. It continues to stay on the sidelines, but my clear answer to the question is whether it is a net dollar or a euro. I am again on the euro side this week, asking an investor who prefers to protect his assets, especially an investor who has just acquired TL, should he buy dollars or euros? I personally give the answer to this question in euros. Although I do not see it as the most affordable investment or investment instrument because it remains the cheapest euro this week, but I can tell you the euro as an instrument. I can tell you that the euro is the lowest investment instrument this week. It was affected. It fell below the 38 lira level. If I had TL in my hand, I would not miss buying the euro. Ounce gold is at the level of $2,652. Here, there is a stable and tense weight in the range of $2,640 to $2,660. But what are we doing? We continue to wait in the dollar with our companions as we have for the last 2 weeks. And as we see the decreases on the ounce side to the level of $280, we will decide to make a move. But right now we prefer to wait in foreign currency. We have been waiting silently for 2 weeks, and this week he did not offer grams of gold and grams of silver to the investor who got the new TL. Well, what did I suggest? I suggested euros. Either convert the dollars you have into euros, or if you have TLs, buy euros because the cheapest euro is left, and at least to avoid being left out in the open. I have often stated that the euro is more advantageous in this week's feature. While we continue to expect the $2,580 level on the 10 gold side, there are still lower numbers, but the first point we will make a move is the $2,580 level. What was my cost? The $2,530 level. After the $2,580 level is broken, we will take those moves into consideration again. We continue to wait patiently on the sidelines in a pleasant and quiet manner. We do not have any panic at the moment. Silver is at the level of $3.84 per ounce. I stated that I would follow the level of $3,032 specifically for this week. It saw above the level of $32 and rose to the level of $32 here again. It could not hold on, and there was a downward pressure. Here again, we will continue to follow the $30 support level in the short term. The gram price of silver was at 34.95 Kurush level. It was quickly broken above the 35 lira level. It decreased again. Both the dollar and TL exchange rate decreased, and the ounce of silver decreased, and thus the gram price of silver also decreased here, continuing at 34.50. I will be monitoring the 3,350 lira support levels in the short term. The barrel price of Brent oil is at the level of $7.57. There is a 2.59% increase in value here, especially this week. With the Iranian retaliation, we have seen sharp increases in oil prices, we have seen reaction increases, and as a matter of fact, we already know that the decreases in oil prices will not be permanent. I would like to remind you that I have expressed it frequently. Let's come to Bitcoin. It is at the level of $6.31 with a 1% seller. I definitely do not expect the decreases to be permanent on the Bitcoin side. Again, my prediction regarding the $8,000 level for the end of the year continues. Yes, there is tension in the markets. Especially the data to be announced tomorrow in America is very important globally. It will cause a directional break in the markets. Tomorrow evening, I will make a weekly comment in general and also comment on the effect of the data. As you know, we are entering the weekend again as of tomorrow. Therefore, when the weekend enters, great news flows are coming in terms of geopolitical tension. Retaliation is coming. Attacks are coming. They continue to hold on to it, and look at the weekends. What are we doing on the weekends again? We are not going into the weekends with a deficit. What should we do? For example, tomorrow, Friday, I have TL in my hand. If it were me, I would not enter the weekends with a deficit again. I would buy whichever instrument is the lowest this week. I would wait with it. What is the lowest instrument of this week? I also stated, do I buy euros tomorrow? I wait for the weekend because you cannot make a move on the weekends because there is a lot of news flows that escalate geopolitical tensions and the risk of war, and therefore we have a tense market. If it were me, I would not enter openly. I would get the guarantee, and then I will make my move. I would look at it, and then I would take my guard again. Lots of love from Ordu. I am from Ordu. I am in my hometown, in my village. To be more precise, I got my energy. I am very happy and peaceful. Why did I come to the army? Let's watch. After that, we will continue our conversation again. My dear companions, hello again. In the second project, we bought a land in Ordu, known as Bolamon. And we gave the land that we bought in this small amount to Mr. Sanzer. As you know, we exchanged that land for this flat. Today, I came to get the title deed. Thank God, I received the title deed. Many of our friends here have their title deeds ready. They continue to buy them one by one. Again, within a month, this complete building was completed. There will be landscaping. There will be landscaping. There will be a parking lot below. It will have both indoor and outdoor parking. It is completed at 195%. It will be completely finished in a month, and our friends will start to move here. It is in a very central location. The university is downstairs. He just showed me around here again. I got my admiration. Very thank God. We were dealing with such moves while people were investing their money on interest. God did not embarrass you. Brother Sanzer, should I take you with me like this? Brother Sanzer is showing me around all the projects like this today. Brother Sanzer sends his greetings to you. I conveyed your greetings to Brother Sanzer. I thank you again. Good luck for your efforts. Well done. God bless you, my dear companions. Hello, again. Please do not mix the projects in 3 projects. Show me what was the first project. What we paid in cash without interest. You know, the credit taps are closed, or we should pay in cash without interest. I got ourselves into debt last year, while everyone was putting their money on interest. What did we do? What was our second project? We exchanged the land we bought for Banaki. In this project, we gave the floor price of the land we bought 10 years ago to Mr. Sanzer, and we bought 3 flats here, and hopefully it will be completed after 15 months. It is a very nice place with magnificent clean air and sea view. The sea can be seen from all floors. From the ground floor, all floors up to the 9th floor can easily see the sea. There is no obstacle in front of us. In fact, a beautiful park will be built next to us, and it will be completed in 15 months. There is no title deed here because the title deed is transferred to our directorate. Since it is a flat fee, I will take Mr. Sanzer with us. Brother Mr. Sanzer, can you please come? It is 9 floors, 36 flats. Is it correct? When will the delivery be made? It will be delivered after 15 months. It is great with a pool. We also have a pool. We also have a parking lot. This is an important detail. Thank you. Again, bless you. Well done. Let me take Metin brother. Metin brother is one of my traveling companions. When we bought the land, one of our other friends, Metin brother was already a civil servant in Istanbul, settled here and now retired. He also has 3 flats here. Good luck to you too. Thank you. I hope to see you all again. Hope to see you again in 15 months. I will come again to show you the finished version of this place. May it be good for all of us. We continue to buy assets. We continue to make the right investments. No matter what anyone says, we are on our way and never deviate from our path. God bless you. Goodbye. Yes, we have had a very good time with our companions for 10 years. In a comfortable way, we generally save our money in gold and silver. We turn our investments into land, and today we are here to reap the fruits of it. Everyone left their money to interest last year. They did that. In fact, those who left money to interest were so spoiled that we have this much interest income in our hands. Why should we buy gold when we can? Gold is not rising. Foreign currency is not rising. What happened? Something about interest, fixed income. When they baited you and gave you a fishing rod, the spoiledness of this fixed return did not do you much good, because you made a loss with the return of gold. While I was heading towards the road, especially when the credit taps were closed, my friends and I chose the interest-free loan option to buy a house from our country and our army. Thank God. We started to get my title deeds slowly. Our projects have started. After 15 months, we will take delivery of the places we gave in exchange for that floor again. He made great moves in our opinion. We are traditional people. We are people who have their feet on the ground. We don't like to buy too much po-pole. That's why our companions are like this. We live in agate. First we gather together. We buy lands. Then we give agate carcass to contractors. It's nice. We make contracts, agreements, borrowing from hand, etc. We achieve great things, and today we reap what we planted 10 years ago. That's why I came to the army. And in this video, I came to my companions as a representative on their behalf. I explained the projects to them on the spot. I looked at what we did. We are very pleased, thank God. Nothing could have happened. These days are not very valuable for us. These days do not have much for us. Well, what do they say? Well, property is not worth much, but we have fun while doing these things. We are happy. We have fun, and therefore, in the future, when we invest, we will continue to focus on the new land side and the real estate side. What do they say? There is a real estate bubble. It will burst. Okay, there is a real estate bubble. It is about to burst. It is a story that has been going on for 22 years in Turkey. Those who look at real estate prices and those who look at rental prices have not been able to burst that bubble. I don't know what will happen now, but I don't understand from which bubble it is pressing. We are minding our business. Everyone should mind their business, dear friends. I greet you, your children, and your family. Have a good evening in advance. I hope God bless you. Goodbye.